Two men, two collections, one battle for automotive supremacy. Jay Leno, the American car czar whose California garage is a cathedral of horsepower, housing 190 cars and 160 motorcycles. Each a chapter in the saga of automotive innovation. From jet-powered experiments to teenage-built oddities, his collection is a testament to audacity and history. James May, the British maestro of motoring, whose eclectic garage is a love letter to engineering quirks, forgotten prototypes, and understated brilliance. His cars aren't just driven. They're dissected, cataloged, and cherished like rare manuscripts. It's about passion, legacy, and the stories forged in steel, chrome, and dream. 10 rounds, 10 battles, 2 philosophies colliding. Welcome to the ultimate face-off. Jay Leno vs. James May. Car for car. Legend for legend, the American icon versus the British eccentric Jay Leno's pick, 1963. Chrysler Turbine, James May's pick, 1967. Ferrari 330 GTC Jay Leno rolls out a machine from a future that never arrived. The 1963 Chrysler Turbine. Only 55 were built, 5 prototypes and 50 for a public test program launched to gauge consumer interest in turbine power. Chrysler reclaimed and destroyed all but 9, leaving Leno with the sole privately owned example. Designed by Italy's Ghia, its bronze exterior screams 1960s optimism with sleek curves and jet-inspired taillights. The Chrysler A831 turbine engine produces 130 horsepower and 425 lb-ft of torque. Paired with a 3-speed Torqueflite automatic, its jet-like whine captivated a 14-year-old Leno. But its Achilles heel, complex startup, abysmal fuel economy, and sluggish acceleration doomed it. James May counters with his crown jewel, the 1967 Ferrari 330 GT, one of just 3 fitted with an experimental air conditioning and sound insulation package, making it the least Ferrari-like Ferrari. Its 4.0L Colombo V12, fed by 6 Weber 40 DFI carburetor, delivers 300 horsepower at 7,000 RPM and 240 lb-ft of torque, paired with a 5-speed manual transaxle. Painted in a subtle grigio argento, it shuns Ferrari's typical flamboyance, reflecting its original owner, an Italian industrialist who valued discretion. May's restoration, spanning 3 years, uncovered factory test driver notes, lamenting its overly comfortable nature, alongside service records from Enzo Ferrari's personal mechanic. The car's interior, with hand-stitched leather and burled walnut, is pristine. And May logs every journey, down to oil temperature and fuel stops, in a custom notebook. Leno's Turbine is a bold experiment, a jet-powered vision that crashed due to impracticality. Its turbine engine, capable of running on anything from diesel to perfume, was a technological marvel but a commercial failure. May's Ferrari is a refined Grand Tourer, balancing V12 performance with bespoke luxury. The turbine's rarity is unmatched. Only one private owner exists worldwide. But the 330 GTC's historical significance as Ferrari's pivot to comfort, plus its unique features, makes it a collector's grail, winner of round 1 Jay Leno. Round 2, the vintage racer versus the bankrupt beauty Jay Leno's pick, 1928. Bugatti Type 37A, James May's pick, 1957. BMW 507 Leno's 1928. Bugatti Type 37A is a pre-W masterpiece, built from 1927 to 1930 for Grand Prix racing. Its supercharged 1.5L inline-4 engine, with a Roots-type supercharger, produces 79 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, 20 more than the unsupercharged Type 37, delivering a top speed of 122 mph. Weighing just 1,600 pounds, its lightweight chassis and precise handling made it a terror on 1920 circuit, winning races at Le Mans and Spa. Acquired from Robert Dunlop, former president of the American Bugatti Club, it joins Leno's Bugatti lineup, including the 1913 Type 22. Found in a Connecticut barn, it came with original race logs detailing victories at the 1928 French Grand Prix, plus a hand-tooled leather tool roll. Leno's restoration preserved its patina, from the hand-stitched seats to the wooden steering wheel, and he's driven it in vintage rallies, Clocking 2,000 miles since acquisition, May responds with the 1957 BMW 507, a car that nearly bankrupted BMW with its handcrafted construction. One of 252 built, this press car was driven by legends like Juan Manuel Fangio and Sterling Moss during BMW's European launch event. Its 3.2L V8 with dual carburetors delivers 150 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and 173 lb-ft of torque, paired with a 4-speed manual. May cherishes its exhaust note, likening it to Wagner conducting precision machinery. Restored over 5 years in a Munich workshop, May tracked down a 92-year-old assembly worker who recalled riveting its aluminum body. Found in a Swiss chalet garage, it came with press photos and a factory logbook noting test drives at the Nürburgring. May's restoration retained its original ivory white paint and red leather interior, with every bolt cataloged in a 200-page manual he wrote himself. The Bugatti is a race-bred warrior, its supercharged engine and Grand Prix victories embodying pre-war audacity. The 507 is a luxurious roadster, its beauty and celebrity lineage making it a collector's dream. Leno's car is about motorsport dominance. May's is about aesthetic perfection and historical. Winner of round 2, James May. Round 3, the modern monster versus the aristocratic relic Jay Leno's. Pick 2001. Blastoline Special James May's pick 1963. Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3 Leno's Blastoline Special is a full-function sculpture by Randy, powered by a 30L V12 with twin turbochargers from an M47 patent tank, delivering 1,600 horsepower and 3,000 lb-ft of torque at 2,200 RPM. Built in 2001, its aluminum body and 6-speed Allison automatic transmission make it a modern marvel. Capable of 140 mph despite weighing 4,800 pounds. Bought for $125,000 in 2003, Leno added custom struts and a GMC truck axle to tame its torque. May's 1963 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3, one of 12 with experimental aluminum body panels, is British royalty. Its 6.2L V8 delivers adequate power, paired with a 4-speed hydromatic transmission. Its 26 bespoke features include a drinks cabinet sized for a British lord's daily gin supply, hand-stitched Connolly leather, and 17 types of wood trim. The Blastoline is a modern engineering stunt, a tank-powered roadster defying logic. The Silver Cloud is a time capsule of aristocratic excess, its craftsmanship unmatched. Leno's car screams innovation. May's whispers tradition. Winner of round 3, Jay Leno. Round 4, the British icon versus the American legend. Jay Leno's pick, 1963 Jaguar XKE James May's. Pick 1968 Ford GT40 MK3. Leno's 1963 Jaguar XKE is a one-off, the only short wheelbase. E-Type with a 5.7L V12 engine, producing 380 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 340 lb-ft of torque through a 5-speed manual. Unlike standard 3.8L inline-6 models, this custom creation blends British elegance with raw power. Found in a Santa Barbara collector's barn, it came with its original build sheet and notes from a Jaguar engineer detailing the V12 swap in 1970. May's 1968 Ford GT40 MK3, one of 7 road-going versions, features an experimental air conditioning and a 289 cubic inch V8 with 306 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 329 lb-ft of torque. Found scattered across 3 collections, engine in California, body in Kent, transmission in Belgium. Its 4-year restoration verified every part via Ford's archives. Its leather seats and carpeting soften its Le Mans DNA, but test logs from Ford's Dearborn Proving Grounds confirm its winner of round 4, James May. Round 5, the American exotic versus the Italian family. Car Jay Leno's pick, 1953 Cunningham C3, James May's pick, 1969. Lamborghini Espada Leno's 1953 Cunningham C3, 1 of 25 built for Le Mans homologation, boasts a 5.4L Chrysler Firepower V8 with 220 horsepower at 4,400 RPM and 300 lb-ft of torque, offering a 3-speed manual or 2-speed semi-automatic. Designed by Briggs Cunningham, it challenged Jaguar and Aston Martin at Le Mans. Found in a Midwest museum, its race logs detail 1953 runs, with scrutineering stickers intact. May's 1969 Lamborghini Espada, one of 176 Series 1 models, sports a 4.0 LV12 with 325 horsepower at 7,200 RPM and 276 lb-ft of torque through 6 Weber carburetor. Painted in a metallic brown May calls gloriously awful, its 4 seats and boot make it a family supercar. Found in a Milan warehouse, it came with a 300-page thesis from its philosopher, now in the glove box. May's restoration uncovered a prototype air conditioning system, with factory notes detailing its struggles in Italian summers. The Cunningham is a rare racer. The Espada is a quirky supercar. Leno's car is about motorsport exclusivity. May's is about intellectual audacity. Winner of Round 5, James May. Round 6, the teenage dream versus the Italian survivor Jay Leno's pick 1931 Shotwell. James May's pick 1973 Alfa Romeo GTV 2000 Leno's 1931 Shotwell, a 3-wheeled coupe built by 17-year-old Bob Shotwell. Runs on a 1.3L Indian motorcycle with 30 horsepower, of 4,000 RPM and 45 lb-ft of torque. Logging 150,000 miles and hitting 65 mph is a monument to youthful ingenuity. Entrusted to Leno by Shotwell in 1995, it came with handwritten build notes and photos of its construction in a Michigan garage. Restored to preserve its hand-welded frame and canvas roof. Leno's 500-mile drives include a feature on his show, Jay Leno's Garage. May's 1973 Alfa Romeo GTV 2000, a European spec model with a high-compression 2.0L twin-cam engine, delivers 130 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 134 lb-ft of torque through dual Delorto carburetors. Owned by a Rome conductor, its restoration revealed a prototype electronic ignition system which May replaced to preserve its Italian quirks. Sheet music in the glove box and rally decals from 1974 add operatic drama. The Shotwell is a handmade marvel. The Alpha is a passionate classic. Leno's car is about personal achievement. May's is about emotional driving. Winner of Round 6, Jay Leno. Round 7, the muscle car, Maverick versus the British underdog. Jay Leno's pick, 1966 Chevrolet Corvette. Yenko Stinger, Stage 2, James May's pick, 1977. Triumph Dolomite Sprint Leno's 1966. Chevrolet Corvair Yenko Stinger modified by Don Yenko. Features a 2.7L flat 6 with twin carburetors, producing 190 horsepower at 5,200 RPM and 160 lb-ft of torque. Its track-ready suspension, disc brakes, and limited production make it a muscle car icon. Found in a California warehouse, its Yenko badges and race decals tell of 1960s drag strip battles. May's 1977 Triumph Dolomite Sprint, a development car for British Leyland's racing, boasts a revolutionary 2.0L 16-valve engine with 127 horsepower at 5,700 RPM and 122 lb-ft of torque. Rayleigh paste notes under the carpet and preserved quirks, like a finicky choke, make it a gem. Found in a Birmingham lockup, it came with hand-drawn designs for its 16-valve head. The Yenko is a bold American muscle car. The Dolomite is a British engineering triumph. The Corvair's power outpaces the Triumph, but the Sprint's prototype status adds weight. Winner of Round 7, James May. Round 8, the Resto Mode Classic versus the Time Capsule. Ferrari Jay Leno's pick, 1955 Buick Roadmaster. Resto Mod James May's pick, 1985. Ferrari 308 GTB QV Leno's 1955 Buick Roadmaster, nicknamed Rosebud, was his first California car. Bought for $350 in the 1970s. Upgraded with a 9.3L Chevrolet Crate V8 producing 620 horsepower at 5,400 RPM and 650 lb-ft of torque, it uses a 4L85E transmission from a C5 Corvette. Air conditioning and an original AM/FM radio add comfort. Found in a Los Angeles junkyard, its purchase receipt remains in the glove box. May's 1985 Ferrari 308 GTB QV, a carbureted model with a 2.9L V8 delivering 240 horsepower at 7,000 RPM and 191 lb-ft of torque, was bought to emulate Magnum PI's taste. Owned by a Swiss banker who logs sunny drives, its 12,000 miles and original test sheets showing 7 extra horsepower are preserved in a climate-controlled safe. May's restoration, over 18 months, retained its Rosso Corsa paint and tan leather, with 3,000 miles driven, including a Swiss Alps tour. The Buick is a resto-mod powerhouse. The Ferrari is a preserved icon. Leno's car prioritizes modern performance. May celebrates analog purity. Winner of round 8, Jay Leno. Round 9, the quirky hybrid versus the stately Bentley Jay Leno's. Pick 1990 Ford Shogun James May's. Pick 1959 Bentley's 2 Continental Lenos. 1990 Ford Shogun, a mid-engine Festiva with a Yamaha-built 3.0L V6 producing 220 horsepower at 6,200 RPM and 215 lb-ft of torque, is an American-Japanese hybrid. Its nitrous tank boosts output by 50 horsepower. A minimal maintenance, battery swaps, and oil changes keeps it lively. Found at a California car meet, its logbook note. 120 mph runs on Highway 1. Leno's 10,500 mile drives include a feature on Jay Leno's garage, showcasing its quirky charm. May's 1959 Bentley Stu Continental, one of 388, features a 6.2L V8 with 200 horsepower and an experimental aluminum radiator. Its picnic tables, 17 wood trims, and aristocratic history. Owned by a Lord for London Club, define luxury. Found in a country house garage, it came with engineer notes and South France test logs. May's restoration, costing $150,000, preserved its Mulliner bodywork with 2,000 miles driven to Bentley's Crew factory. Winner of round 9, James May. Round 10, the luxury Titan versus the American sports. Car Jay Leno's pick, 1972 Mercedes-Benz 600. Compressor James May's pick, 1963. Chevrolet Corvette split window Leno's 1972. Mercedes-Benz 600 compressor with a supercharged 6.3L V8 producing 525 horsepower at 4,800 RPM and 600 lb-ft of torque is a luxury Titan. Acquired from Benz enthusiast Kyle Middlehouse, its hydraulic systems control windows, seats, and trunk, with a center console refrigerator adding opulence. Found in a Texas collection, its service records detail maintenance by Mercedes specialists. May's 1963 Chevrolet Corvette split window, one of 199 Z06 models, boasts a 327 cubic inch V8 with 360 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 352 lb-ft of torque. Found in Montana with a racing past, its dealer training history, and original Rochester fuel injections with a Chevrolet training fill in the trunk. May's restoration preserved its rally red paint, and he's driven it 4,000 miles, including a Bonneville Salt Flats run. The Mercedes is a luxurious powerhouse. The Corvette is a stylish performance. Leno's car emphasizes engineering complexity. May showcases American ingenuity. Winner of round 10, Jay Leno. Final score, Jay Leno 5 rounds, James May 5 rounds. The verdict: the battle was a clash of titans, each car a chapter in automotive history. Jay Leno's garage is a monument to innovation, from the jet-powered Chrysler turbine to the teenage-built Shotwell, each a testament to audacity and engineering. James May countered with eccentricity and depth, his Ferrari 330 GTC and Bentley S2 Continental proving passion trumps power. Both men drive their cars breathing life into steel and chrome, their collections not just trophies but living legacies. In this deadlock, Leno's sheer boldness, the turbine's futuristic hum, the Blastoline's tank-powered roar tips the scales. His garage isn't just a collection, it's a living museum of automotive champion Jay Leno. These cars aren't just machines, they're stories, dreams, and legacies forged in chrome and steel. From Leno's jet-powered turbine to May's aristocratic Bentley, this showdown proves true collectors live for the drive, not the which car ignited your passion. Drop your favorite in the comments, smash that subscribe button, and join us for more automotive epic.
Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into Hollywood's hidden history.